Carpe diem, everybody. Seize a moment because your life depends on it. What's up, teacups? It's your girl, Faith Hills. You know what time it is. It's time for the real. Let's go. Welcome to Real T Vlogs, the podcast where you can tune in every Monday at 3 p.m. here on Anchor. Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of the Real T Vlogs podcast. I am your host, Faith Hills. Thanks for tuning in. Like life, this podcast will be like the most fascinating roller coaster ever with awesome twists and turns. All right, so today will be our first 15-minute introductory show. This is the Spilling the Real Tea About Me segment, and I hope you enjoy it. We are broadcasting from the beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and it is currently a chilly, about 45 degrees, but it's a beautiful day, so I cannot complain. And hey, I'm above the ground, right? So anyway, thank you for tuning in to our show, which will air every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can listen right here on Anchor or Spotify. On Tuesdays, however, at 4 p.m. we will air our show on our YouTube channel at The Real T Vlogs. So please go over there and like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified of each and every video we post. We will also be having giveaways, so you don't want to miss it, and we don't want you to be left out. And now, as a reminder, if you would like to become a sponsor or a guest on this podcast, you can email us at therealtvlogs@gmail.com. Well, that's enough housekeeping. Let's get right into the show. So grab your favorite tea because what? It's time for the real TV. Oh, Lord is right. I am so excited to be with you all right here on Anchor, the Real T Vlogs podcast. Happy 2020 to each and every one of you tuning in. I am your host, Faith Hills, and thanks again for joining us right here. Now, from wherever you are, I just hope you are having a fantastic and a great year thus far. I want to always start out every show with my favorite quote, Carpe diem, which means seize the moment. Now, every moment we breathe is another chance to make every breath count. So be legendary. We'll be right back.
Have you ever just sat and looked back over your life full of regret? Have you realized that sitting back, looking back over your life with those regrets, you were wasting time? Instead, you should have been looking forward so you can get back on track.
I used to ask myself, oh Lord, why me? Why? What did I do so wrong? And why? Why is my pain and suffering so long? Yeah. The longer the suffering, the bigger the blessing. Yeah, yeah. Look back not to regret what was allowed hasn't killed you yet. It's made you stronger than you ever been. Don't believe me? Yeah, search from within. Look what you've been through. Today you still stand. You are victorious. Can I get an amen? Sister Queen, I'm a living witness to God's goodness, for He protected me from evil's premise. See, if not for my suffering and pain, I couldn't understand the falling rain before my potential gain. God was just preparing me for monumental blessings. And now my eyes are wide open and I can see. So I realize now I did nothing wrong. I was chosen from birth to sing the song, to tell my story of how I've overcome. And now I'm building my empire, my queendom son. And I'm back on track. And I'm back on track. And now I'm back on track. And now I'm back on track. We are back, and that was Back on Track, one of my oldies but goodies I performed and produced some years ago. I hope you enjoyed it. Today's segment is about spilling the tea about me, and that was just a little bit about who I was back then and who I am today, because that kind of molded me. And I thought our first show, it would be perfect way for you to get to know me on a more personal level, as I am very transparent, because I want you to feel comfortable communicating your thoughts and stories with me as well. And I thought it would be a great segue into the momentum and vibe of our future shows. So here, that was a sample of my lyrical poetry. So now we're about to get into spilling the tea about me. Some of you may know me from Facebook and around some of the entertainment spots here in Las Vegas. So you already know my story. But this is for those who don't know who I am. And as they say, inquiring minds want to know. So first off, I've been on hiatus from social media and my life as a spoken word artist. Also, I had to put a little bit of my life on the back burner, such as working on my charitable outreach movement and as a self-published author and writing my books. So that way I can concentrate more on my health. That is most important. I do suffer from several ailments, including fibromyalgia, which I was in a debilitating state. However, I made it up in my mind to push through the pain and get back on that horse anyway, in the best way I can, and continue to pursue my dreams. As Malcolm X said, by any means necessary, and I did, with the help of my village. I cannot forget those who were standing by my side and helping me through very difficult times, especially last year. So it's 2020 and my life has improved somewhat to the point where I thought this would be the perfect time to make a comeback and renounce my throne as Faith Hill's goddess of poetry. And get back into doing what I love most of all, giving back and my poetry and writing. So here are some things about me which some of you may even relate to. For starters, although I am a native of Berkeley, California, I moved around quite a bit, but I found my permanent residency and my love here in Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, in 2005. I have incredibly handsome and wonderful adult twin sons in the Bay Area. They're very successful, and I'm very proud of them. I've been working, I've been a self-published author for 9 years, and I've written 3 books. I'm working on my 4th book right now, The Me Decade, a 2-volume anthology of poetry and short stories of my life, which spanned over the past decade. I always tell people that you don't think you're a poet, but if you have a life story, if you have a story to tell, you can be a writer, you can be a poet. It's just your story, basically. Additionally, I have partnered this book with a CD. So it's like a package deal there, in which I am currently in the studio recording. Both will be released in the fall of 2020. However, I will drop a couple of my singles from the CD this summer. Being a spoken word artist has been very exciting, as I have performed my poetry at various events and open mic nights for many years in the Bay Area, as well as here in Las Vegas. And my life as a poet has granted me several opportunities. One, to collaborate with some amazing poets, and I'm certainly looking forward to doing more in the near future with other fellow poets and authors. My best accomplishment in my life, by far, of course, was raising my beautiful twin sons as a single mom and seeing them grow into the most incredibly loving and respectful men they are today. However, one of my bucket list accomplishments was when I was nominated for the 2016 BMA Award for Best Spoken Word Artist, to which I am very proud and thankful to say that I succeeded at winning this prestigious awards, because I was up against some powerhouses of spoken word artists, and they're winners as well. They're very strong in their crafts, so I was very blessed. Another strong desire I had was birthed truly from the struggle and pain as a domestic violence survivor. That was to start my own charitable outreach movement, which I would like to see as a 501(c)(3), to advocate for women and children affected by domestic violence and living in the shade tree shelter, as well as the homeless. My charity organization is called We Rock Las Vegas, which stands for Women's Empowerment through Resources, Organizations, and Charity. And it was a blessing in disguise, because I had no idea that in June of 2013 was when I would look my personal experience with domestic violence in the face and would stand that most, difficult battle in my life. And then in November of that same year, as a resident of the Shade Tree Shelter, I would find my purpose to help others in need. So there you have it, just a little snippet of what I went through and why I do what I do, writing and so forth. Now, because of time constraints on this segment, you will be able to read more about my story in my upcoming book, The Me Decade. This show is going to be epic. I will talk a whole lot more and go more into depth with my life and with these stories that people share with me and in general. And because I will be discussing my thoughts on many topics, I just thought, if you have a show suggestion or would like to chime in on some of these topics, please do by sending us an email. These topics will include such things as health, fashion, local Las Vegas entertainment, life lessons, mental health, domestic violence, reciting poetry. I'll also have some featured guests, okay? So you don't want to miss out on these segments, these episodes. If you do, you can always come right back to us and listen to us on our YouTube channel or here on Anchor. Okay, well, that's our show for today. I hope you were able to get to know me. And if you would like to send us your story, like I said, have a show suggestion, or would like to be a sponsor, by all means, please email us at realtvlogs@gmail.com. All right? I had a great time with you all today. And thank you for joining us on our first segment. And I hope you have a prosperous and blessed week. Remember, carpe diem, seize the moment. I am Faith Hills signing out. See you next Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Take care.